Good day.
Yes.
That's a great start, isn't
It's
it?
a day.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the
Posper Pit Stops. That's us.
Yes, episode 3. Nords. In case that's not really obvious, I'm sure that'll make sense later.
Very
Mark,
good,
how are
very
you?
good. Yourself?
Yeah, good, mate, good. Been a
Excellent.
busy week. Sun's
It
officially
has,
gone in,
yeah.
at least where I am, hence
Yeah.
the hoodies on. It's
I
a
know.
little bit colder
It's
today.
chilly.
But
It's
no,
Wales.
Good, mate,
I
good.
live in Wales, so, it's going to be cold. And wet.
Gotta be careful, you'll start giving out your address and stuff to people soon. You don't want to start doing that. You don't want to get the masses
Only if
around
they
your
want-
house wanting your autograph.
Only if they
and all
want
that
to turn
sort
up
of
with
stuff.
cold, hard cash.
Not beers, no?
Yeah, Korev. Yeah, I'll take some Korev. Yeah, that'll do. Beer of choice.
I knew you would. I knew they'd tempt you. Should we just jump
Let's do
straight
it.
in? We've got a
Go.
lot to
Yeah.
go through for this one. So what we're going to do first off is we're actually going to do something slightly
Aha.
different. We're going to look at the highlights from the most recent round
We
of
are.
racing. We're not going to look at the GT3 this time. We're going to look at GT4.
Just to
Bit of Ginetta
Really
action.
screw you all.
Exactly. Just to really, just
Yeah.
keep everyone guessing. Right. Where are we?
Nobody knows.
Here we go. Let's have a look, and see how we get on with this. This is Zandvoort. Was this 2 races
This
or
was
1? I can
a
never remember.
single race. This was the Ginetta series. It's season 3, isn't it? Really, and it's full-on Ginetta Super Cup. 38 races in this one. Bit more of a simple format compared to GT3s. This is just a single 45-minute race. No pit stop. None needed. Nice and simple.
And an eclectic
Some
collection of liveries, you might say
fantastic
as well.
liveries. I love the fact this is centering on my car. For those of you with kids, there's a Bluey and a Bingo car. I'm in the Bingo car. My teammate, Mr. Oliver Gill, he is in Bingo's car, and we both have the cartoon dogs on our bonnet. There is also SpongeBob and Patrick somewhere in the pack.
Yeah, they're kicking
They are
around
indeed.
somewhere, aren't they? Which is good to
Martin
see.
Ford, he was our
Always good
champion
fun.
from the Chevrolet series, doing battle here with Mr. Wilkes in.
It's a great run from Simon there. Did
Absolutely
really
beautiful.
good run off the banking. I mean, that's
And he's
textbook.
using-
That is.
He is using
You
a
have to say.
livery I used many moons ago, but updated for this until the whole cartoon dog thing came into being. But
So it was going to be yours until you decided to go for cartoons,
Basically,
which is
yeah.
fair enough. Who's this thing? Got Angus Fender, Brandon Kleinen. I'm going to assume is the
I think
pronunciation
so.
for that.
Angus went into this round with 40 kilograms. No, was it? 20 kilograms. I can't
I think it was
remember
40,
now.
wasn't it?
I've slept since then, David. Come on.
It was 40 because he came in after winning both
so
the first
yes.
2 rounds. So he got
40
20
kilograms
kilos
of
each.
that. 10% restrictor. Just to really try and, basically bring the aliens back. As you'll find out, you'll be able to see if it's worked or not. Richard Pixley, Wild Things race there, also sizing up Brandon. Brandon, a bit
Oh,
wide,
that's a bit wide.
and Pixley just slides it on up the inside there. Beautiful move.
Yeah, looks like Simon's
Simon
considering a move as well. He might get one
is-
if he's lucky.
A little bit of a toe down the straight, and Brandon's pulling out to defend. Is that going to be 3 wide? No, sensible.
I think it's sensible from
Very
Simon
sensible.
to maybe not send it too early. That's Pixley going very wide there. It's going to be close. I've noticed there's 2 Wild Things drivers in this one, and I don't know who the other one is. I haven't seen their name, but looks like they've got
They
alternate
have,
liveries, which is
yeah.
quite cool.
So Emir, I want to say, he's running in the pink and black, whereas Pixley's running in the black and pink, I guess you'd call it.
The more trademarked
Yeah.
version of their livery. You'd say, ooh, a bit of contact
Bit of
between him and
rubbing,
Wilkes.
bit of
though.
rubbing. Martin Thorpe looking dangerous behind them as well. He's just waiting to pick up the pieces.
I was going to say, yeah, waiting for an opportunity, isn't he? This Paul Wallace being chased by Lisa Louise, or chasing Lisa
Chasing
Louise,
the
I should
pink
say.
bull.
Of course, she's in the pink ball. That is a lovely
Beautiful.
livery on that Ginetta,
Ooh.
that 282.
Did
That's
Lisa just
very
get
nice.
very squirrely? She did indeed, on the grass.
I think she caught the I think she caught the curve.
There is quite
By the
a
looks of
vicious
it.
little curb there. And she's
Oh,
I
wide
mean,
again.
she's proving the
Ooh.
Ginetta can be used as a rally car as well.
Getting a bit of opposite
That's the
lock
one.
going just to just
In
keep
fact, she was
everyone
being chased there
entertained.
by Patrick, aka Jamie Buchanan. There we are. Here's
Ah, here you go. Yeah, so this is Yakim, yeah,
Ekim and Antonin.
being overtaken by Antonin Dabrowska.
Yep,
I would
that's
imagine
the
that's
one,
the
side by
pronunciation there.
side. Ooh.
Haven't familiarised myself. Good
Ekim
move.
keeping it out there, but looking like he's going to try and size him up for a run down this longish. It's almost a straight, isn't it? Would you call it a straight? It's a
Yeah,
it's a
to a certain
bendy
extent,
straight.
yeah. Not fully, but
bendy
enough.
straight.
Oh, Simon Wilkes. A little bit of contact there, maybe. Wilkes going to go and try and... Well, he's going to try and hold the position around the outside. I think he already had the position, so Pixley trying to make the move, but this is that thing, isn't it? It's that sequence of corners example. If you can hold it around the outside, you are guaranteed pretty much the move, but so Simon just couldn't get it done, although
still
it's
side
about, but
by
again,
side.
he's going to be on the outside for the chicane.
This is going to be tight. Oh, last of the
It's
late.
going to be very close. Martin Thorpe's just... Oh, I'm guessing nothing
clearly
happened,
not.
which is a shame.
Mr. Christopher and Colin Dunn rocking SpongeBob. You can spot Colin a mile off of that beautiful yellow car. And Mark Christopher, what a dive up the inside.
That is a great move. He left that... I mean, it looked like he left it really late. Oh, Colin caught up in there with one of the... I think it was one of the... I can't remember the name of the team. I did look at it earlier. And
It's gone, isn't it?
It's
Now?
escaped my memory. There's
That's the one,
DSRT, I
yes.
think it is.
Well, yeah.
Oh dear, here we go. I mean, James is Angus's teammate, so he's clearly not going to be any form of
James
slouch,
is
is he?
rapid.
And I mean, he's absolutely
He
got the run on
really
you here,
did.
isn't he? He's going to hold it around the outside, is
I've got
he?
a feeling he did. Yeah, he did.
Nice. Slightly easier to make the move on that set of corners than it is the couple before, because you have got the opportunity. If you can hold that running outside, which is probably relatively straightforward, you can just go to the inside like James did. There, go wide.
All three of us. All three of us. Just follow my leader.
It's not impacted you, although this is Visa Rajamaka's... Oh no, sorry, this is you making a move on.
This is me doing the move. I know it's a...
Again, another nice livery. That's some good liveries in this Ginetta series. They haven't given it much time.
It's a rare
to be
treat
honest,
seeing
they're looking
me
good.
actually attacking as well. Yeah, I panicked a bit. There was a panic break happen there. I realised at this point I was sandwiched
I don't
between
blame
the
you.
two Vroom cars as well. Geordie did...
I'm not sure I agree with the idea of having Crash on the back of the car.
no. But
I think that needs to be removed, personally. I don't like the idea of that. But that's a personal preference. I like the Vroom and the Roar.
as this
That's
is
quite
more of
good
a
fun.
casual series, I've let it slide. But
Oh, we nearly got that.
perfectly
Was so
controlled
close.
there, David Russell, I think you'll find. I was in absolute control of my little Ginetta G55.
Yeah, I'm sure a little bit of we didn't
No,
come
not
out, I'm
at
sure. Says Tim Miro on Mark Christopher. Is he going to get the move done? No, Mark. Is he going to go a bit deep?
That looks deep. That looks
Does this
very
time?
deep.
Yeah, very,
Ooh,
very
bit
deep.
Of a kitty
Yeah.
litter there on the mid corner, and Tim slides on by.
Yeah, wasn't able to. That's the thing. Although it's cambered in a favourable way, a lot of these corners, if you go that wide, doesn't matter how much camber there is, you are going off.
Here we are, Patrick. Patrick on the the pink ball. Must get that correct.
Yeah.
Is that a...
Nice move. Can he hold it?
It's going
to
to
be close.
Very close.
Looks like he's going to have the overlap. Just a case of can he get it done? Looks like he will. Lisa goes very, very wide there. It's going to
That's
give...
Ollie. That's Ollie.
I think, is that Ollie
That's
in
a
the
bluey
background?
car.
Yeah.
So Lisa getting
I was gonna say, I was
assaulted by cartoon characters right now.
God, there's a sentence I never
Find
thought
that
I'd
in
hear.
any other series. I dare you. Come on, find me a series.
This is Joran Omlo under pressure from Lucas Van Dam. Oh, no, it wasn't. Well, I mean, it was because the pressure's clearly
Ooh,
told.
well
He held it.
held,
Oh, my word.
Wow.
The car control on display there was quite impressive, it has to be said. I mean, shame he got himself into that position, but extremely
The
well held.
tyres are going to be piping hot as well. For this race, it was quite warm temperatures. We had sort of 33 degrees for track, which I was assured that it never gets that hot in Zandvoort, ever.
There's Nick Karayanis in the Pospo Esports car. I mean, was going to say making the move. He kind of just benefited from Johan Huben going wide through that right hand.
Gifted is the phrase you're looking for there.
Yeah, exactly that. But still, a move's a move. Take them as they come.
Good luck, James White. I can pronounce that one.
Rajmakers.
Yeah,
Rajmakers.
He got in front of me. Him and James were having quite the tussle, which was bringing me back into contention on lap 14.
Oh, thought he was going for the switchback there. That would have been a great move.
But yeah, I was sort of watching him, thinking, "Come on, just keep making these moves on each other, keep slowing each other up. Come on." But it never happened.
Bring it back to me.
Old favourite. Mark Neutlings.
It never does.
Kurt Peters as well. Kurt's pretty quick in a Ginetta, we've discovered. Doesn't.
Nice to see Mark back as well. Oh,
Neutlings.
sideways.
I think Mark Neutlings, being of the country of origin for Zandvoort, would have a bit more track knowledge there, but we'll let him off.
Not always the case, sadly.
Not the biggest fan of GT4s, but it's great to see him out there battling hard.
Absolutely. So here is James White again. James been a personal favourite of the highlights package so far, as we see that Ekim so going wide in the Wild Things car, and I mean that's about as straightforward as a move is ever going to get. I think
Ekim,
James there
once again proving the Ginetta's rallying capabilities there.
Yeah, seeing quite a bit of that at the moment.
It's pretty easy on this course. You go into that fast right-hander, and if you don't get it just right, you do drift wide. You end up in the kitty litter. As we see Ollie going for the toe there on Lisa. How many moves is Lisa going to do down the straight here? I think she's...
And technically that was 2, but she's not done it again a third time, so I think we're pretty safe there. But that was good to see. That felt like a safety car restart almost, the way that Lisa just went right out of the get out of the toe,
Ollie
and straight back into it again.
Just got it done, got the move in.
Yeah, really good move in the end. This is going to be, is this a reversal of the position maybe?
Wondering.
Are we going to see a mistake from Ollie perhaps?
He did make a couple of mistakes. Bear in mind, Ollie
whoa!
Okay. Well, I was expecting it to be Ollie.
I was going to say, I think Kunos have decided that because Lisa got ahead, despite the fact she made a relatively serious excursion, they're going to call that an overtake. It kind of was, I guess, for half a second at least.
And once again, rally capabilities of this Ginetta.
Well, you say it's rally capabilities. She didn't get the move done, so I'm not sure if you can call it rally capabilities.
We must have missed part here because Ekim is back in front of James White. As James...
Ekim gone for it.
Very, very deep there on the brakes.
I wonder if there was some sort of agreement there between them. I wonder if there was a coming together earlier on in the lap, because it looked like Ekim kind of just made that relatively easy, didn't he?
I think he made it look easy, but I think that wasn't deliberate. I don't think he was in a place to let him through deliberately. As we see,
this is the battle for the lead.
This is the battle for the lead. See, so the ballast and the restrictor definitely is working. It's bringing the pack closer and closer together.
Yeah, there you go. Pixley getting the move on Kleinen as he goes wide, and looks like Simon Wilkes just about got his way through as well. So all change in the top 4 as they go on to lap 20. Can't be far off the end of this one now, I would think.
Here's where I got... Yeah, I held Geordie up for quite a while. I don't think he was happy.
When you say held him up, were you nice about it?
I just defended hard. I still defended right through the mid-corner of that one and came out ahead.
Yeah, it's never easy to get the move done around the outside there, has to be said. Geordie was always going to struggle to get that one done.
My tyres were baked at this point of the race. 20 laps in, there was definitely a lot of sliding going on.
Here's
closely followed by Patrick.
On Paul Wallace. I didn't see Patrick. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Patrick in the background.
So this
looks like it's going to be a textbook move.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the brake marker, and Colin just a fraction later than Paul there.
Not late enough to go for the mega send.
That's not Colin's style, though, is it? Colin, he's shrewd.
No.
He'll sit behind you. He'll wear you down. As we skip forward a lap, or are we still on the same lap? No, we're still on the same lap.
still on the same lap. We've just decided to skip
Yeah,
half
that's
a
a
corner.
bit
it
bizarre.
feels
Thank
like.
you, Kunos, for that one. We are going to work on these edits, boys and girls. We're going to edit these highlights down so it is a bit more highlighty.
Concise as well.
That's the perfect word for it. See, because
And so you don't see
it's
highlights like we just did.
Yeah, nothing doing, just 4 cars driving around the circuit. 4 beautiful cars.
Yeah, to be fair, if anything, it's a showcase for the livery, so you can't complain too much. There's Joran Omler going very, very wide. Oh my word, I thought he was going to catch Visser there. That was very, very close. He's going to be so neck and neck into the first corner.
He's going to go straight in the pit lane there.
It looked like Joran's trying to hold it. I've just noticed Dutch flag on the back of that car. Very nice.
It's actually a textured flag as well, so it's...
I was going to say, it looked like it had something on there. It didn't look like a standard one. I can see some sort of pattern in there. Oh, here we go. So here's attempt number 3 in the ACC sense of the world. Probably attempt 1, really. If you're Colin, is he going to go for the move into the inside? Sneaks out. Oh, I was going to say he did, but I don't think he meant to.
That was 3 cartoon cars in a row as well. Is there some sort of prize for that?
That's the kind of thing you're going to see on like some sort of video game, isn't it? You know, when they do the Tekken versions of like cartoon characters, SpongeBob fights Patrick or something like that. That was very, very deep from SpongeBob there. So now it's going to be Jamie's turn in Patrick to see if he can get the move done. And Ollie and Bluey sat waiting. Jamie goes on the inside into the right-hander.
That's a big move from Jamie.
Oh,
and it looks like Ollie's going to try and capitalise as well.
Yeah, I can understand Paul flashing there. It's a fair move. He got the move done. He technically made the corner, but it was a little bit leery.
A little bit naughty. Yeah, we will say that. But nothing was protested. I will say that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's one of them. You could see that in two minds, couldn't you? It could either have been a flash because it's annoyed, or a flash to be like, look, fair play.
Do you know what I'm seeing, David? I'm seeing more overtakes in this Ginetta race, in a 45-minute race, than we've seen so far in the GT3 series as well.
A lot going on for sure. It's been a busy one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel like some of this has been generated by Joran going off track on a number of occasions. Sorry, Joran, for when you watch this.
No, but it does show, single class, single mate racing is fantastically close. Look at this. This is the race finish.
Absolutely.
This is 26 laps of action-packed racing. Look how close the leaders are.
Literally, Pixley pushing Angus Fender over the line. That is as close as you can get.
Yeah.
A great race. There you go. There's your top. There's your top 4, I think.
From memory, that finishing time between them was 0.057 of a second. Show me that in another race series. Absolutely.
Yeah, seriously impressive
fantastic.
In the end. Let's have a quick look at the standings. I have got the standings for the GT4s, but we'll run through them in a second. We'll run through the GT3. We're not going to show the GT3 highlights tonight, partly because, well, we're 20 minutes in already and we've done one set of highlights. The second reason is because, from memory, it was quite dark at Imola.
It was a night race.
So you and I are going to have a terrible job of trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm sure the boys and girls out there who are going to watch this, they're going to like, they're going to subscribe, they're going to comment, are all going to forgive us for not showing Imola. Because, let's be honest, you're going to be watching this in the daytime. Who wants to see a load of dark cars on track? I don't.
Exactly. So let's talk about what the results are like after that. So Am standings, Costas Pavoulis still leads the way. He's extended his lead after the round at Imola last week as we record this. So I think it's true there. Oppo, good result from him. Very close between him, Dave Edwards, and Ronaldo Luan though. 1 point between them. Super close there. Jamie Buchanan in 5th place, a few points back, and then a slightly larger gap. And the gaps, well, I said the gaps get larger. They get larger down to Adam Bent, who's on 24 points, is 7th. Freddie Coleman-Evans and Michael de Groot separated by 1 point. And Gary Dawson on -20 mark. We all know obviously why that is. It's because he is elected to change to the new Mustang GT3 that we looked at on the pod last time out. Which I know you're desperate to do, but I don't think you're planning to. If I'm not.
I'm not using it in Pospo GT3. But I can confirm I will be using it for a certain endurance event that we'll talk about later.
Yeah, we'll come back to that in a little while. So have a look at the silver standings in the meantime. Very, very close here. I mean, the top 9 separated by 13 points, which is some serious competition across there. I feel bad because I've just basically abused Ranj Kelsey by saying he's further cut a field, cut a drift, but he's really not. I mean, this just shows you finishing races in this series really does help. Like, see, points all the way down makes a difference if you can get a bit of a run together. Giovanni Speranza and Daniel Morris joint top on 56 points. Steve Derrick in third place, I should say, not second place, on 53. Lisa Louise Keane 2 points back on 51 points. Great showing from her throughout this season so far. Of course, at the halfway point now as well.
Yes.
So last 3 rounds from the next time out. Colin Dunn, Alberto Usai, Mark Cooper, Rob Besant, all separated by 3 points, 49 through to 46, and then Mark Christopher on 43. Ranj Kelsey on 36. And last but not least, let's have a look at the pro standings. Again, nice and close here. There's a certain familiar name a bit further down. We'll come to them in a second. But Philip Staples leading the way.
He hasn't won.
Part of me wonders, Mark, how long that's going to be for.
Has he won a round? I don't think he has yet. No.
He hasn't. No, he hasn't, no, because between Marcel Stange and Angus Fender, so 2nd and 5th, they've won all 3 rounds so far. Angus winning 2 and not partaking at Paul Ricard, which is why he's only on 60 points. And Marcel Stange winning at Paul Ricard and 2nd, I believe, at Imola. So super duper close. Fender 4 points behind. Pixley another 3 points behind. Antonio Crescenzo on level pegging with him. Marcel Stange another further 1 point behind. Same with Luca Mari on 55. 10 points back to Simone Gifrida on 45. Yours truly, Mr. Mark Raddenbury, on 43 points. Again, showing that participation is largely 100%. The aim of the game in some instances. You can do very well even without necessarily pulling up too many trees. And then Dan Hearn and Adam Isalovic rounding out the top 10 in that one. Let's have a quick look, or let's quickly run you through the result, the team and overall standings, top 10 in the GT4 side of things. Turn signals not found. Fender and White, they are on 156 points. DSRT, the Lempers Select version, on 114 in second. Wild Things Racing, 86 points in third. Dutch Destroyers in fourth on 78. Tweaking Motorsport and DSRT, the Given Grave team, are level pegging on 64 in fifth and sixth. Cobra Strike team, Team Vroom, Team Pinkball, and Positive Perception Esports round out your top 10 in that side of things. And then in the overall standings, it's Angus Fender leading the way. Shock horror for that one. He's won all 3 rounds so far, despite having a significant amount of ballast against him. Rich Pixley in second, James White in third, Brandon Kleinen in fourth, Martin Thorpe, last year's champion, in fifth, Lucas Van Dam sixth, Simon Wilkes, Kurt Peters, Tim Miro, and Joran Omlo round out the top 10 in that one. So lots to pick up on. Let's move away from ACC for a minute, Mark, if we may, because we had a couple of the chaps, or 4 of the chaps in particular, run out and do some work on another very well represented sim over the weekend.
By any chance?
I mean, in case the graphic doesn't give it away, yes. In fact, it is. It was the Nords 24, the official event in iRacing over the weekend. Simon, Freddie, Benji, and Cody took to the track for that one in our beloved BMW M4. It's our endurance car of choice whenever we do anything on iRacing. I think we've done it. We've used it for Bathurst. We've used it for, well, we didn't use it for Le Mans, sorry, but we would have done had we used the GT3. Obviously used it for Nords as well. It was very good round Nords, really comfortable to drive. I did a little few races on it separately to this. Very, very nice indeed. Not the finish they probably would have wanted, I think is fair to say. It was how do you put it? It was a busy race for them. Probably the terms.
Yeah,
that we would
I hopped in and out to the chat throughout the days. Obviously, we were running our 2.4 before the 24 as well. So I had a good chat with the boys, and it was tough going in places, but that's the nature of Nords. You know, it's one of the toughest tracks out there. I can't remember. Was it multi-class?
It wasn't in their split. It was, but their split, because there were so many people that signed up, and so many people in GT3s. I believe, at least from memory, theirs was a GT3 only split.
So yeah, it's a tough track, you know, regardless of GT3, GT4, multi-class, whatever. Personally, I've only ever been around it in a GT4 car, because going around it in a GT3 car scares the pants out of me. So kudos to Simon, kudos to Freddie, kudos to Bendy, kudos to Cody. They did it, and they finished. That's the
Got
key
to the
thing
end.
there. They finished. They had one moment where they had 38 minutes of repairs. There was a Porsche, I think it was, who sort of crashed in the final sector, and I think it might have been Benji driving at the time, came around a blind right-hander, and boom, there's a Porsche in front of you. What do you do? He reacted. He was on the brakes, but unfortunately, straight into the side of the Porsche, towed to garage, and big repair bill.
Yeah, well worth pointing out. The bit you're on about is flat out from like 400 meters before you don't lift. So there was very little chance he was going to be able to avoid that, and I think that's part of the. It's not a problem as such. It's not. It's meant to be a war of attrition. It's meant to be a difficult track to race on, but it's so easy to make a mistake on a curb. Like I say, I did so many official races last week in the VRS series, which is the one that led up to this, and you could not qualify. You could start 20th at 30 people, and you could finish in the top 5 because that was just how many people just pushed over the limit. It was so easy to do.
Tough track.
Next one up. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Next one up is only in 4 weeks' time, I think, which will be the 6-hour Watkins Glen. So we're going to have hopefully 3 teams up for that. We'll have one in the LMP2 and a couple in the GT3s. Worth pointing out, this is both for iRacing and ACC. We're always on the lookout for more people to join the team. We've got a great crew of people already, but we always want to add to it. So if you feel like you want to be involved in something like that, we've got all of the kind of gubbins that you need. So liveries, setups, coaching, good fun, chat nattering, and lots of chances to represent the team as well. So if you are interested, then drop us a message in the comments, let us know, and we'll
and
chat.
A fantastic time with the guys at Lovely Sim Racing for their pit walls, their dashboards, etc., etc.
Yeah, really making a difference in terms of that, really helping the guys out for sure. Definitely helped myself out as well. Right, next thing we're going to do, let's focus ahead for both tomorrow and next Thursday. So let's have a first look at tomorrow's race, which is as we record. Let's make sure we get that clear. We're recording on the 22nd of May at the moment. Let's have a look at the next GT4 round, shall we? I'll let you take this one, Mr. Brandenburg.
So tomorrow night we are Watkins Glen. Another singular race, 45 minutes, no pit stops needed. However, pit stops might be wanted. It's a tad damp. I've heard reports that it's quite wet on the server. So yeah, it might dry up. We might suddenly get a nice bit of sun. But it is also a night race.
It's going to be a spicy one indeed, for sure. I mean, tyres are going to be a premium at Watkins Glen anyway, even if it's dry, because the amount of pressure and force you'll be putting through them is going to be really, really big indeed. So be really interesting to see back in a couple of weeks and see how the guys have got on with that.
Yeah, Angus rolling into that one with a lot of ballast. And then next up,
absolutely, he's going to be a busy boy.
GT3, we are still over in the States. Wow, what's going on? We timed that one badly, or well, depending on which way you look at it. We are Indianapolis, the bumpiest racetrack in the world. Personal preference. Only one stop for fuel required. However, the temperatures I've seen in excess of 30 degrees on the server. So, yeah, you may end up taking tyres as well. But again, it's a 60-minute race. Anything will happen.
Absolutely, looking forward to that one. Wasn't able to make Imola, so looking forward to that one. I do like Indy, to be fair. It's a good little track, so looking forward to that one. Kind of kick off the backside of the season, so to speak. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. We'll be fresh off of the Indy 500 at the weekend as well. So
nice and grippy on the banking.
Absolutely. Two more things to look through. Let's have a look back at some of the liveries that have been done over the last couple of weeks. A little bit busier this time, especially on the iRacing side. The first one we've got a massive thank you to Tristan Engelstad over at Quad Dash Racing for getting the snaps of this. But this is the Turn 1 Sim Racing Porsche 992. This is for Harry Witter and the guys. It was meant to be driven at the Nords over the weekend. Sadly, had some illnesses and some ailments in the team, so sadly weren't able to race in the end. But I mean, the livery, the car looks great, but that livery for me, I know we're looking at technically competing team stuff, but that livery to not only to design and to actually look at is just so stunning. It just looks amazing.
Absolutely gorgeous. I've always liked the colours that the Turn 1 Sim Racing do. I've done a couple of their cars for ACC, and it's so bright. I need shades. You know, it's what it should be on track.
It's one of those. It's definitely one of those cars I feel where livery. Sorry, where it's kind of got the mix between a real life livery and a sim one.
Yeah.
Really, really nicely. It's probably a bit more than you would normally have on a real life car, but it's got those kind of elements, i.e. kind of the pointy lines, the aggressive shapes, and that kind of stuff that you see on a normal car, and that's why I just really enjoy it. And despite what it looks like, actually not that difficult to design.
No,
believe it or not.
Absolutely stunning.
So,
You've done a fantastic job there.
Thank you very much indeed. We'll wait for the next one to come up. I think it's another iRacing one that comes up after this. Let's have a look. Yes, so this is another one that actually did compete at Nords over the weekend. This is for the team over at Lion GP, Alessandro, Dennis and the guys over there. It's actually a new partnership that we've got with them, so we are now their official livery designer for all of their races going forwards, and this was a one-off special that we did for Nords this weekend. For those of you who can't tell, we've got, well, in fact, this is probably the best way to show you. It's a track map across the entire car of the Nordschleife circuit map. So put the it's actually based off of a 90s BMW M2, I think it is. Not an M2, but it was like one of the old ones, all the numbers and stuff. That was based off like a topographical map of the Nords kind of area. So we've built it off the back of that. We've got the pattern on the bonnet on the black side of things, which has actually come from the LGP livery normally. But yeah, special one-off for those. And yeah, really, really pleased with how this came out. It's the first one that we've done for them. And yeah, really looking forward to doing more and more of them in the future. So I wouldn't expect that to be the last one of them that you'll see. But yeah, really, really nice indeed. And from what I can remember, did pretty well. They've got some pretty pacey guys in that team. So good to see them having a good turnout as well.
They're really lovely guys, those guys. Oh, look, it's an ACC
Absolutely.
one. So, funny story. The endurance, the 24-hour we've got coming up for charity for the Christie Foundation, it was supposed to be multi-class. However, with only 3 competitors lining up in GT4s, most of the teams, in fact all of the teams now, made the decision to move on up, as it were, to GT3. What you're looking at here is one of those teams. The clue's in the number there. 751, that is one of the POSPER teams. We always do a special edition for these events, and I was debating this livery for a while. We wanted to use the Mustang because I'm driving it, so we are using the Mustang. But we also wanted a Ford livery that wasn't the usual. It wasn't the classic. The classic's going to be a Golf car, isn't it? Let's be honest. Or just a Viper stripe down the middle. Why not go for something bold, bright, in your face? Let's go for a Wins livery. This particular livery was used in 2019 by Ford, and I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous on the Mustang. The base layer is a gloss, and then you've got the orange, the pink, and the white. That is all a lovely satin effect. And then the top layering with all the logos and all that gubbins, they're all in gloss. So it should look stunning on track. And alongside the Ferrari, which we showed you last time out, and the Aston Martin art car, I'm going to be putting these up on Gridfinder for a fee. And whatever money they make, that will be going direct to the Christie.
Yeah, really, really nice indeed. Probably quite a good segue, to be fair. Should we talk about our final thing for the... In fact, one thing before we move on, I'm really excited about this, so I really want to share it now, but I can't show you it. We're working on a very special livery for a team that we've done a lot of work with on the iRacing side over the last year or so.
I have seen.
You've seen most of what it looks like, and given the person who we're doing it for is probably the best in the business at taking some really, really sexy screenshots, I am so excited. Ahead of... I would like to think next time out when we come back for episode 4, we'll be able to show you it, and it's going to look incredible. So
it looks gorgeous already.
Is what I'm saying. Yeah, biased if we ever would be. Let's just put it that way. Right, let's wrap things up then. So let's have a quick last look at one final thing, and that is appropriately segued in from the livery I've just showed you. it is what? We're just over a week away as we're recording this from the 24 Hours of Silverstone in association with the Christie charity. How many have we got at last count,
Last
Mark?
count
Remind me.
is well, I was on the web page and I've just lost the web page. Hold on, I'm finding the web page. Here we are. Preview the web page. It is 31 teams.
Very, very nice indeed. It's really going to be a big one. Loads of money being raised for a really, really suitable foundation in the form of Christie charity. Great people over there doing some great work, and really looking forward to seeing how the race is going to go. We'll see if there's going to be some weather coming in. Silverstone, it's a tough track over 24 hours. It's a tough track over an hour. I tend to find very hard on tyres.
Yeah, it's live weather as well. So we have gone live, well, as live as we can with Kunos ACC for the weather.
So it's basically going to be rain the whole
weekend.
weekend.
Pelt it down. I need to have a look at the weather data and just see what it's going to do. The 2.4 we did just the weekend before as a sort of warm-up event. It was wet for the entire race, but it was fantastic. And do you know who won that one, David? Do you know who won the 2.4?
I do, but you're going to tell everyone
won a race,
anyway.
Boys and girls. Oh look,
your team won a race that included
I brought
you.
it over the line. I'd like to thank Tarly for his contributions to the team that day. Drove an absolute stonking first stint, and I brought it home ahead of our very own Colin Dunn, who was catching me quite a lot in the last stages. As I'd worn my tyres down to within an inch of their life, literally.
If we can see a repeat of that one next weekend, that'd be great. There's still space on the grid, so please, if you've got the chance to and you've got the guys around you to help support with that one, please come in and join us. It'd be great to see you on the grid. 30 cars or 31 cars already is going to be a great showing, but you know what these things are like. There's always room for more. So if you've got the chance, if you've got the people, round them up, drop a donation in, get yourself on track for next weekend. It's going to be an absolute belt.
Please do. And we've already raised £405 for the charity, which is fantastic when you think we haven't even got the green flag for the event yet. There's no minimum donation amount either. You guys just donate what you feel. Some teams are going to donate more than you. That's fine. Some teams are going to donate less than you. That's fine. Every single pound helps and goes to the charity.
Absolutely, always well worth it. What did we raise? About £2,200 for Simba last year, so hopefully we can go above and beyond that. So really looking forward to it. We live streamed the whole way through. We'll do as much on the live comms as we can, and if you are fancying yourself as a commentator, you want a bit of exposure and that sort of thing, let us know. We'll happily take people in. If you want to sit in there, the camera's going to be rolling the whole 24 hours.
Let us know down below in the comments.
I'm
pointing. Come on, let them know. Let us know. Down there.
Right down there. Let's see if we're going to be pointing at the same time. Lovely stuff. Well, look, that brings us to a close on episode number 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mark, thank you for your company this evening, as ever. I keep saying this evening as though I know we're recording it this evening, but people aren't necessarily watching it in the evening. So this morning, this afternoon, this evening, this night.
Whenever you're tuning in, please like, please subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us you love us. We don't mind, and I'll send you my address for beer.
We'll take it. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we'll see you in a couple of weeks for episode 4. I'm not going to tell you to do all the stuff that Mark told you, but we'll see you very soon.
See you later.
Bye bye.